Hello everyone. Once again, here we are, another day and another activity. This is activity 5 and we're still dealing with Cubism for the month of January. And today what we're going to do is we're going to do cardboard. Yeah, that's right. We're going to work with cardboard and I'll look at that. Keeping in mind that with Cubism, we're still looking at it as an abstraction, not naturalistic. We now are really going to push ourselves away from anything that looks real, that has light source, correct colors, and details such as eyelashes and so on and so forth. Now we've got this whole freedom, like Pablo Picasso and Brock can actually just do what they want and enjoy it and have a really good time. We're looking at it as an abstraction. Are we going to simplify images? Absolutely. Are we going to exaggerate the shapes and the colors? Yes. And are we going to distort them? That means like putting colors where they don't belong or putting eyes where they don't belong. Absolutely. Absolutely. We can even add 2 mouths if we want, 3 mouths, 3 ears. It doesn't matter. Okay, and so I want you to make sure that you look at the PowerPoint, and this is a black and white, and this is kind of what we're going to be working in. I don't have a color printer, but make sure you look at the PowerPoint for Cubism, and you'll see this activity if you want to see it in color. So this is what we're going to be working on, is Cubism. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just see if I can turn this around. And first and foremost, you're going to have to go and do like a scavenger hunt. And I went and I found this box and I cut it up. You can also use gift boxes. Do you see that? Especially if they have this rough color, works really well. I also went and I cut the boxes that were closed in the garage. Now I'll tell you, this is like super thick, super difficult to cut. I had to get like a kitchen knife. You might want to ask somebody to help you with this. These you can actually use the scissors to cut with. And this one, it just depends. You see this, how thin it is. You can actually grab anything. Go into the pantry. Look at this. These are still boxes. Actually, this is like a cool size. I'm looking at this and my little portraits can actually be this size. Look at this. If I cut this out nicer, it would be a great idea to cut it. I'm just going to do this right here. And I actually like this shape. I'm going to keep this one. Maybe we'll do something with this one. Anyways, I'm telling you, it's just, you just start looking and you'll start really finding a lot. And what we're looking at is geometric shapes. So they're going to be your basic shapes. And what are our basic shapes? Well, the basic shapes, oops, I'm so sorry, is like a circle. You can do squares. You can do triangles, wedges, rectangles, anything that is a basic shape that we learned in the elementary years, and we are probably learning in geometry class here and there. Anyways, I'm going to remove now that I've done this. And what you're going to do is, I suggest, and I did this ahead of time, I cut just a bunch of just different shapes the way you saw me do this. I kind of like these kind of, so this is the one where you have a lid, and this box actually has one side colored. So I can also use that. I just don't want to rely on that. And look at this. This is a cool shape right here. Okay. So, and I cut some rectangles because what we're going to do is we're going to do portraits. And on your slide presentation, I have it where you actually can put it and use a stick or a pencil. And you can put it just like that, a geometric shape of a portrait into a cup, or in the image I have, it's actually a pot, and you can put your crazy people if you want, or I say I'm actually doing my family. All right, so here we go. We're gonna actually, and I'm gonna see if I can work on 2 at the same time. I'm gonna have to cut that out. I kind of like this size. It's a really easy size to work with, and we can also make a nice large one. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit all these 3 on the camera, on the video, but I'm going to just work with these two first and kind of decide. Now, I've got this cardboard, and what I've done is I tend to like it when I peel it. I don't know why. This is really thin. It works really great with cardboard that's really, really thick. It's just like this corrugated. It goes in and out. And so what I did was I removed it. See that? And it's going to be a little bit of work, but you can also do that. And I like it because it adds a texture to it. See that? So, and I'm going to cut this. And so you're going to get just a bunch of different shapes. Now, I do have this that I did. I also have these Christmas boxes you might have. And I thought, hey, look at these great shapes. And I kind of want something like, you know, like maybe this design here that doesn't say much, you know. Hey, you know what? Let's take the Christmas tree also. I kind of think that's kind of cool. Oh, look at that. Even design is kind of cool. So, you know, I don't know. You can just take anything. I like to work with more. More is better at this point than less. Oops, sorry. Oh no, I moved my camera. Sorry about that, guys. So, but I really do like to work with all these shapes, and I've just cut a bunches of them. See that? And then what I do, and you can actually, I just want the small ones. And I'm going to start off with the small ones, because the small ones I can work randomly, meaning that I can pick and choose what I'm going to do with them. Let me grab a paper, that way you can actually see what I'm doing. This is all getting a little too dark. So I have all these different shapes, and what I can do is I start with the smaller ones. And I actually, if you can tell right here, I will grab either a marker. Oops, I got a different marker. There are two different ones. I thought this was the pink one. Maybe it dries lighter. I'm not sure. And I'll just like do several of these shapes differently. And I'll just go ahead, and if I want to use markers, I absolutely can. If I want to use Crayolas, remember Crayola is resistant, so it will resist. I guess I should use a different color. And so do you see how easy it is? I suggest for you to put something at the bottom. I'm going to grab ooh, this is a pretty blue. Let's see what blue does. Do know that if I put marker on top of a Crayola, it's not going to actually, probably not as much, is not going to hold on to the color, because it's going to resist it because of the wax from the Crayola. And now you can use, so like I said, even pencil colors. Now the other thing that I haven't showed you here is that I'm going to, and I had my palette, and oh, that's right. I'm actually going to use this as a palette. A palette is a flat surface that holds paints, and you usually have seen it. I'm going to just do this, like, just to be a little bit on the comical side. You see a palette, you usually see this in a drawing somewhere, or in the art icons. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just also, I'm just going to tell you that you can actually, and the great thing is I use anything to put paint on. Make sure you get permission from family members or mother. And I put paint, and I lost my green paint that I wanted to work with. And so I'm going to just, and I have all the black. I have no idea. Oh, here it is. I did open it. Here's my green paint. And so I can actually either, and this is the great thing about this activity. There's those small ones that they sell at Walmart. They don't sell them at H-E-B. I was trying to get everything from H-E-B for you guys. They sell them at Walmart, and they're just like acrylic paint. You can use, and let me write this down for you. Acrylic or tempera paints. Okay, and that's on your supply on prep 1. So here we go, and I can use my fingers, which is kind of a cool thing to do. Do know that, watch out for getting anything dirty. Acrylic tends to stain if it dries, or if you do have a brush, you can definitely use a brush to paint. Make sure you do not leave your brush with paint. So do you see this? I'm going to just go ahead and go da 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 and paint it. What I like to do first is just take care of all of this. I just like to have fun and put whatever I want on this. Let me see if I have another color. Then after is when I make decisions on what shade goes what and what is it going to look like. So I'm not putting any stress on all of this. Now, can I overlap colors? I have just a quick blue here. And what I'm going to do is, oops, stuck it in the wrong one. I'm going to just go ahead and let me get a smaller piece. Here we go. And if you mix these too much, you might end up getting kind of like a I'm going to put this right here on this side, a mud color. So you've got to know which colors to actually mix. But again, it's just kind of fun. I just say take a chance and do it. So I'm going to do this to all my little pieces, and I kind of know that I need like a mouth, I need 2 ears, I need 2 eyes, and I don't know, something else. So I already know I have 5, 6, 7 shapes that I kind of need to work with on this. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this. I'm going to add this to I have to put out my water and get my brush cleaned up. Okay, always clean your brush, always clean your brush. So again, we've got a lot of different materials you can use. You can use markers, you can use crayons, you can use pencil colors. It's the best thing. Now, have I seen some of the students do this without coloring all of this? Absolutely. Have I seen students actually, I'm going to do this on the face, and can I just draw lines on this? Absolutely. And I'm going to just do this. I mean, this is your artwork. Can I actually say, you know what, I kind of like all this, but I have this incredible, I think we saw this earlier, I have this incredible paper that I really like, and use that? Absolutely. You know what, I like this. Can I use it? Absolutely. So this is going to be kind of a lot freer. And the whole thing is that it's not going to be very realistic. What you're going to do is I'm gonna actually make a decision, and this is kind of wet. I'm just gonna add something that's not wet. So I could actually color this half and half. Let's pretend I did color this half and half, and so I'm gonna just go ahead and add this as if I did color it. Okay, so I'm going to have it half and half. let's say, pretend I did color it. Or I can actually glue this on. Oh, why not? It'll make it easier. Okay, so again, I'm not doing this one because it's still wet and I don't want to pause. Then I can just go ahead and play around with what eyes I want. This is kind of white. I kind of like this over here. I'm going to put this one down at the bottom, and I kind of like a triangle, and I'm going to have a lips right here. Maybe that's too much. Oh, I'm going to give it a big lip, a yellow lip right here. No, maybe. So I'm going to just make decisions, and actually I'm noticing that I have kind of the same color. I can go back and make my changes. Ooh, I kind of like this, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave that like that, and I'm going to create a triangle out of this to make the nose. See that? I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to actually have 2 ears on this. I hope you can see this. I'm gonna just do kind of half circles right here. I like that bent here, that green thing here. I'm gonna give this one the same thing. I'm gonna have to make it a smaller ear, and that's okay. You know, remember, this is Cubist. We can do whatever we want. You know, it's not gonna be based on a photograph. I'm gonna put this here. So I'm gonna add this here, and I'm gonna have a neck here. No, I'm just gonna leave that here, but oops, right here. I think I'm gonna add a collar, or, oh, maybe this big mouth here. And I kind of like, I think I like, remember I said I like this? I'm gonna cut it, even if I like it so much, sometimes I have to cut it up. Maybe this is gonna be his right here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to continue working with this, but what I want to tell you also is that it sometimes works well if we redefine it a little better. So I might just get these shapes, and I remember some of these are wet, so I can't use them, but I can use, and I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm going to create these, I'm going to outline it. Can I use a marker and any other? Yes. Can I use a Crayola? Absolutely. I just can't do this. And I'm going to put my little eyeball way up here. I'm not even sure. Right here. And this one, no, this one's still too wet. This one, oh, right here. Let's do this. This is my lip. And I can... Once you start outlining it, so I wouldn't glue it until you're ready to. I'm gonna make it kind of exaggerate this black. See how it kind of sticks out? And you know what I'm gonna do? I think I glued this, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. I'm gonna take this off and cut it. Okay, so see that? I just have a really good time with this. I like this nose. So I'm gonna take this off. Did I say this? This is gonna be the eye right here. I have the ears right here. And actually I can double up. I think I had this here. Let me go ahead and let's see if this works. As I said, I did say that if we move this across. Yeah, you see it bubbles up. It still holds on. When I said that if you use these markers, and these are Crayola from HEB, if I use these markers, it's gonna bubble up. It bubbles up a little bit. Allow it to dry. That's the only thing that's gonna take long to dry. And you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and draw the eye. It looks a little bit on the gray, but it still works. So hey, cool. We're just finding out this. You know what? I'm looking at this and I want some eyebrows. You know, I'm gonna just go ahead and make some black eyebrows. So I'm gonna go ahead and color all of this. And I could, they don't have to be geometric. I mean, I could do one oval. Look at that right here. Hey, now it's coming to life. All right, I recognize this person now. Right, I'm gonna put this one here. You know, the other thing I could do is I could even add eyelashes to it. I can do whatever I want. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this as eyelashes. Remember this? See that? So I'm gonna just color them just like this really quick. And I could add some eyelashes right there. Doesn't matter. And here's my other ear. Oh, I think I'm going to make it, this is going to be his ear. There you go. So you're going to glue it together. I'm not going to do it. I have still some parts that are wet. You know, I think I had, oh, look. Here's his teeth right here. All right. There we go. I'm going to, should I go in 2 teethers right here? There you go. So I got my little person here. It's kind of the size of my hand. Can you make them small? Absolutely. Can you make them really large? Absolutely. The only thing is, do remember that if you're going to paint, like I can't really work on this as much because, oh, here we go. This one's kind of dry. They really do need to get dry. Then you just stick it up and you then put it up. And you know what? I had cut all, I had not, and really look at how many I still have leftovers. Can I do another crazy person of my family members? Yeah, this is my daughter. I got to show her this one. Hey, Annie. Oh, she took the puppy out. Okay, so anyways, this is this activity, and we had called this, it's your cardboard, activity 5, cardboard cubist portraits, and they're meant to be on a stick, or you can actually lay them out. Make sure you glue them. So I need to add here glue, that you need another another material that you will need for the cardboard cube portraits. And have fun with this one. This one's you're gonna still need a little bit more time for prep, and that means that you're gonna have to go look for cardboard. You're gonna have to cut the cardboard, a lot of little pieces. You're gonna have to color them and paint them, but still have enough. And I think I ended up using, and remember I said you need at least 7. I used how many pieces? The one large, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces, and I still don't have this neck. I want it. Oh, there we go. Here, oh, I like it. Here's the neck. 12 pieces for one portrait. So, and I still have all these extras that I can still work with. Okay, guys, enjoy. This is your activity 5, and remember, we are creating cubist portraits, and we're dealing with abstracting, not naturalistic at all. We're simplifying the shapes, we're exaggerating some of these, all of them, and we're definitely distorting them. And have fun with this. Enjoy yourself.